isn't a person walking around who doesn't struggle at times with feelings of inadequacy or not feeling worthy or feeling unlovable, period. But because we have judged that as not okay and a sign of vulnerability, and God forbid you be vulnerable, we have all armored up all the trappings of the status symbols of worthiness. That's the toxicity, is rejecting those like deep primal feelings that are so part of being human and judging them so strictly and so negatively.
Okay, I'm really excited to ask you this question. Okay. I'm going to kind of combine two.
Cool.
So I'm going to ask two at the same time, but they go with each other. So how to deal with body image in your 20s when it feels like it's all you can think about and all you think about is how you look and how you're being perceived. And with that, because a lot of my friends are very wellness oriented people, dedication versus toxicity within the gym and nutrition. And how do you find that balance? So kind of all around like body image.
Well, it's not just in your 20s. So I think it's women just in general. But the more I have deep conversations with male friends, it exists. It's a human. This is a human condition. This comparison culture we live in. Men deal with it in different ways, but they are no less challenged. It's a little cliche, but I think it's important to get a little perspective on it, is that like most people are so wound up in themselves, they don't have time to really care much about you.
Yeah.
And while there might be this comparison glancing, it's done in reference to like, she's hotter than me. It's about me.
Right.
He's fatter than me. It's about me. It isn't about you. You know, or she's prettier than me. I have better hair than her. You know, like it's about me. There's a real opportunity, I think, to try to take a break from the judging. All of that judging behavior is a way of distracting from a feeling state. So I'm trying to stay in my head to avoid what? A feeling of insecurity, feeling of inadequacy, feeling of discomfort in my body. You know, so the more I can sit with the feeling part, I'm uncomfortable, I feel inadequate, I'm not perfect. The more I can sit in the feeling of what does that feel like? It's disappointing, it's overwhelming, it is, God, I feel sad. I'm trying to even just sit with it in myself. I feel like there's anger there. Like, why? Why am I wasting so much energy on this? This is ridiculous. What a waste of my time. Who the hell taught me that this is the way I should be spending my time? You know, why am I believing these things, that this is what is more important, that how I look is more important than who I fundamentally am?
Right.
Like if I really just keep going, I'm doing like that exercise of just going deeper and deeper and sort of talking to myself like, what does that judging part really want to say? I'm scared. I'm afraid I'm inadequate. I'm afraid I'm not enough. I'm afraid I don't measure up. I'm afraid I never did. I'm afraid I'm not lovable. And then what does that mean? Will anybody ever love me?
Right. But then what do you do with that?
What do you do with it? You talk to that part. You sit with the unlovable. So what if I am unlovable? You know, am I really? You know, like I just think you just keep sitting with it and you just, until it doesn't feel so scary anymore. Then all of a sudden, if it is true that I'm judging you and comparing you, but it's really about my own fear of being inadequate and not enough and fundamentally not lovable.
Yeah.
Whoa, what if we're all carrying that around? Well, that just creates a whole layer of empathy that instead of judging that person and being like, God, he's fat, I'm going to be like, whoa, he's a human who feels, I bet at times has felt unlovable.
Yeah.
And I feel have been I mean, wow. Now we like connect on a whole different human level.
Right.
I think that's, I mean, I don't know, Zoe, but I think that's the answer to this is trying to step out of our thinking mind and get into our feeling body and sit with the real feelings underneath it.
Yeah.
You know, this fundamental fear of inadequacy.
Totally.
and not being enough. And where did we learn it? How old were you when you first felt that way?
Right.
Can you connect with him or her? Because we're all walking around with it.
Yeah, well, I
You
think that's
know,
part of it. We're just like so
that's
in
the
our head.
toxicity, right?
Yeah.
That's the toxicity is not being able to is like rejecting those like deep primal feelings that are so part of being human and
Yeah.
judging them so strictly and so negatively. You know, so then what do? I'm going to go into the gym and I'm going to work
Mm-hmm.
so hard to prove that I'm worthy,
Yeah. And
right?
eat as little as possible.
Yeah, to prove that I'm disciplined,
Mm-hmm.
to prove that I don't need anything, not even adequate nutrition,
Yeah.
right?
Actually, no, it's true.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
really related, isn't it? I mean, we're going like full circle here. So what's the answer to all this? I think, I mean, I come back to this all the time and I worry that I'm becoming like a broken record, but I come back to this, like, if you can't sit with your difficult feelings and not judge them and allow them to be and own them and hold them and love them, you will struggle in a lot of places in your life.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
no, I think you're right. I've
there
seen it
isn't a
in
person
myself.
walking around in this planet who doesn't struggle at times with feelings of inadequacy
Yeah.
or not feeling worthy or feeling unlovable, period. But because we have judged that as not okay and a sign of vulnerability, and God forbid you be vulnerable, we have all armored up, you know, with all the things and all the trappings of productivity and the status symbols of worthiness. Come back to your like G-Wagon
Literally.
thing, right?
Yes.
I will just get a G-Wagon and that proves that I am,
Totally.
we're missing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my,
No, that was a great answer. And I think it's probably like I knew it within myself that I was like, ugh, I don't want to hear that. Because I know it's true. I
yeah.
want that, like, I think it's just everyone wants that, like, tangible, eat this many calories, go, do an hour on the Stairmaster, fast it. Do you know what I'm saying? We want the, like, realistic, not realistic, but, easier
Yeah.
options.
Yeah. I mean, it's so funny to think that an hour on the Stairmaster is easier than just sitting with the reality that you're just kind of fundamentally,
Yeah.
flawed and, have a lot of difficult emotions. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
That
Well,
we
you
would,
got music blasting in your ears and you don't have to think about a thing.
right. I know. I wrote a PhD dissertation trying to like prove my worthiness rather than sit with how inadequate I felt in the world. I mean, I wrote a dissertation.
Oh, God.
If I get a PhD, that'll prove oh, life.
For real.
What in your life do you hope never changes?
Within myself, or like, are we just up for interpretation?
You can answer that any way you want.
Okay.
You just can't say the collagen in my skin.
No. I was thinking on a deeper level.
I know, I'm kidding.
The first thing that came to mind was like love. I don't really know what that means for me. Like this is cheesy, but I've always said like my favorite word is love. Like I just love love. Like I love loving
Love.
others. I love people loving me. I love the idea of love. So yeah, I would just say like my like hope and just like core belief that like everyone should be loved and I want to be just that like
I love
that
that.
feeling of
I
love.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That loving part of you. That part of you that, yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. That was just like the first thing that came to mind. I like don't want to ever have that be questioned.
Yeah.